Welcome to Inside the Win. We'll break down real-world wins, showing you exactly how strategic partnership with our experts empowers you to tackle your most ambitious opportunities with confidence. Let's jump in.
Hey everybody, Graeme Scott here, Vice President of Network and Mobility with Telarus for another episode of Inside the Win. Joining me today is the one and only Justin Lyle-Purdy, or JLP, for those of us who know and love him. Justin is with Graphiant. Justin, welcome to Inside the Win. How you doing?
I'm doing exceptional. Graeme, thanks for having me. It's so good to work with you again.
Yeah, awesome, man. Really appreciate you being here. Graphiant is one of the newer suppliers we've got in the portfolio. And I've been talking a lot over the last couple of months about network as a service, or NAS. And obviously, that's an area where you guys are living, eating, and breathing, and in fact, excelling. So I talk a lot about NAS as a change in the way customers are buying. So Justin, talk a little bit about that and how you guys play into that NAS space.
Absolutely. I really appreciate it, Graeme, and thanks for the question. I mean, really, we're of the opinion that in the next 36 months, literally every service provider in your portfolio, in the Telarus portfolio, will be using a network as a service provider. It's really, for us, in the wide area network, cloud, and AI, really think of us as a secure network fabric. Really, what we're doing is we're connecting sites, we're connecting customers to SaaS apps and AI applications, and connecting customers to cloud. AWS, Azure, Google, Oracle, clouds, GPUs. So really, that's what's really changing is connectivity and really how we connect customers and applications together.
Yeah, love it. And I think we've got a really good example of that happened very recently, right? A great win. This one started as a request for a single circuit for a customer that had two locations, something our advisors have a ton of, right? And turned into 600 connections. So how did that happen?
Graeme, I appreciate it. And even though we're winning, Fortune 15 companies, service providers, the federal government, we also are an exceptional fit for the small and medium business. And really, to your point, really our play is we had an advisor that wasn't familiar with the NAS story, and their customer was trying to connect their headquarters. They're a two-location medical manufacturer. So really what they were trying to do is connect, they're looking for an express route to Azure. They have two internet connections at corporate headquarters, one with the LEC, one with a cable operator. And the challenge they were really having is both of those carriers were oversubscribed, meaning they were getting a 90 to 110 day lead time to set up an express route, or really think of a point-to-point connection from their corporate headquarters to their Azure environment. And that was really untenable because they were doing a deployment literally this week. So how we got the opportunity, and really what was great for us, is that advisor had tried to also, they have their manufacturing facilities in the Caribbean. Just like most customers, they outsource manufacturing overseas, and getting a point-to-point from the Caribbean to DC to an Azure environment, super, super expensive. So they actually weren't even going to do it. They were just going to VPN that traffic back to their corporate headquarters. But they couldn't even do that because they couldn't get an express route or a point-to-point. So for us, when we talk about network as a service, a secure network fabric, we're pre-plumbed into every hyperscaler. So AWS, Azure, Google, and Oracle. So we're a same-day connection from using that customer's public internet, connecting directly into their Azure environment. So rather than waiting 90 to 110 days, we're a same-day solution for that customer. And making that partner a hero, where they'd already recommended two vendors, both of them failed. And then as a trusted advisor, they could solve their customer's problem, but even faster than they had previously committed.
Yeah, that's awesome and a great story. I think, we run into obstacles in that regard a lot, right? Things that need to be delivered on a really tight time frame, and customers just like, hey, we don't have the lead time to wait for this. So how did we get to 600 connections though, right? That's kind of an interesting part of the story as well. So, we started with this, we're looking for an express route, and now all of a sudden we've got 600. What happened there? How did we get to that?
Sure. That's a great question. I appreciate you asking it. And just to simplify network as a service, because it's so it's a new, this is the first change in networking since 2015 when SASE was invented.
Right.
Really, I think frame to MPLS, MPLS to SD-WAN and SASE. this is the first revolution. So there's a lot of advisors that this is a new concept, and I think that's probably why we're having the conversation, plus the
Yeah,
win,
definitely.
celebrating the wins. But think about like if you've ever used Facebook or Instagram, right? You're using your public internet and you're hitting their backbone service, and that's how you connect your application. That's what a network as a service provider truly is. For us, we're secure network fabric. So customers using their public internet, they have fiber-based internet in their Caribbean location too. So we're able to instantiate both of those express routes, same day or near same day for them. All they have to do is have a virtual or physical edge, so a box or a server. Super, super easy. How does that become 600 locations? Now I'm of the opinion, if I look at 80% of the billing revenue inside of Telarus from trusted advisors, there's this thing called business to business VPN. It also goes as like terms like business to business data exchange. And really the thing with business to business data exchange, that's a business partner securely connecting to either a SaaS app, could be another business, or it could be a cloud provider. So this medical manufacturer, they're connecting to 600 different doctors' offices across the United States. So they're paying over $20,000 a month to a managed service provider to literally connect VPNs into their Azure environment. So
Wow.
for us, that same network as a service, right? That same fabric, that same day, we have the ability to replace the licensing and the management, literally connecting every single one of those doctors' offices into their Azure tenant. Professional, when we say network as a service, so that means the professional services, the stand up, the config, that is all inclusive, just like setting up their express route. So for this advisor, they were really trying to solve a problem with two sites. They could only solve for one, and then those two sites failed. So they were able to fix that. But what was great about that discovery, because we're a sell with and a sell for organization, we just asked really who they're connecting to, and they started
Right.
talking about their pain. Their pain was the biggest pain point wasn't the failed install, because they figured eventually we'll get this up and running, but it's incredibly expensive and cumbersome to connect those 600 different customers of theirs. Every one of your business customers that works with another business or has to connect to an ERP or a SaaS app, they have business VPN. And to me, that's the multi-billion dollar addressable market because that's the same market that's connecting to AI workloads, SaaS apps, clouds, and other business partners. And that's really what a secure network fabric does. That's really what NAS does and why every service provider will incorporate network as a service as part of their go-to-market.
Yeah. No, I love it, Justin. I think that really helps kind of break down where the opportunity is for NAS. And I think, like you, I am very excited about where we're going and believe that this represents a massive change in the way customers buy networks. So, Justin, thank you so much for the time today. I think this was a great example that we can share with our advisors, a great win to share. Thanks so much, man. We'll see you. We'll see you out on the road soon.
We look forward to it, and thanks for winning together.
You got it. Take care.